صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to the episode of the Seerah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. This is our 12th episode. Which one has been your favorite so far? I hope you are looking forward to this one. We will be learning about how the Prophet and his companions settled in Medina after leaving Makkah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Let us begin. Did you know that the number 12 is special in Islam? Well, the Islamic calendar was based around when the Prophet migrated or traveled to Medina, and the Islamic calendar has 12 months. The Prophet was also born on the 12th of the month Rabi al-Awwal, and years later, when he and his companions traveled to Medina, it was the 12th of Rabi al-Awwal that they finally arrived. The people of Medina had been waiting for them to arrive. A Jewish man was the first to spot them, and he shouted, "O people, here is the one you have been waiting for." The Muslims were full of joy, wore their best clothes, and went to welcome the Prophet. The Prophet ﷺ and his companions spent a few days at Quba, a small village. They stayed with Quthum ibn Hadam, who was the chief of Aus tribe, and they laid the foundation of a new masjid in Quba. Then, on a Friday, the Prophet and Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu set out for the main part of Medina. When they reached Bani Salim, it was time for the midday prayer. The Prophet prayed and delivered a speech called khutbah. This was the first congregational prayer with a khutbah in the history of Islam. Subhanallah. The people of Medina were overjoyed and crowded around to greet the Prophet. Many people offered for the Prophet ﷺ to be their guest. The Prophet decided to let his camel Qaswa choose, and he would stay wherever she knelt down. Eventually, Qaswa stopped in near the place of Bani al-Najjar tribe, and this was the tribe that the Prophet's mother belonged to. The piece of land belonged to two young orphans, Sahal and Suhail. The Prophet decided to build a masjid and his own 2 rooms there. He paid the 2 orphans for the land, even though they wanted to gift it for free. Along with his companions, they eventually completed the building. The walls were made out of mud and stone, and the pillars made out of palm. After the masjid was complete, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ thought about how the Muslims could live. The Muslims were made up of the Muhajiruns, which is those who moved from Makkah, and the Ansar, the helpers, who were from Medina. The Prophet told the Ansar, "These Muhajirun are your brothers in faith. You should treat them as your own brothers." The Ansar agreed, and each of them took a Muhajir into their house and supported them. Subhanallah, the Ansar, the helpers of Medina, made a huge sacrifice to help the newcomers. The newcomers were overwhelmed by their generosity and care, and soon they were able to earn their own money and repay the Ansar brothers. Subhanallah, what a wonderful message for us to take, to always help others when we have the ability to do so. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned some new things. Next time, we will learn about the Battle of Badr, a challenging time for all. I hope to see you soon then, inshallah.
صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم